Alright, welcome back again to my next segment of Darkest Dungeon. Still haven't recovered from the ass whooping that I got last time. It's been a while since I've played Darkest Dungeon, since that last, video, and it was rough. Very, very rough. So, we're gonna go straight back into the action. Check out what we got here. We've got a solar bracer. Not worth 10,000 gold, but a few upgrades and it might be worth it, but we should, it's not part of my strategy to rely too much on the trinket wagon so early on. It's better for me to save up to get the guild blacksmith upgraded. Maybe the sanitarium, just a little bit, just a pinch, a little smidge. We've got 100 weeks to finish this out. I've already used up 2% of my time. Lovely head start. So, let's embark. Farmstead offers a pretty sizable reward, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the other dungeons here and see if there's anything we can get that might be very useful. We have a medium quest that we can take on here, and without the guild unlocked, I'm unable to get this very nice skill called Inspiring Cry with the Crusader. And that really lets him stress heal quite a bit. Now, we do have... Do we have a... No, we don't have very many healing skills, so I'm not quite sure if we could actually manage doing a medium-length quest without our Vestal present. Now, there could be an argument to be made that I could pull out the Jester and try to cheese a little bit, but not so confident in trying to cheese a run like that. So let's take a look at our quest rewards here. We got a bust. Not what I need. We need lots of deeds and crests. Busts we can use to upgrade the sanitarium, but I don't think that we need a accuracy boost, especially not at the cost of our speed. We don't have a cultist. Once again, speed is very valuable. This diseased herb, though, could be very valuable in preventing our plague doctors from becoming sick because of the Crimson Courtyard. The medium quest gives a very nice poisoned herb to our plague doctor, and this is certainly an item that I could see us using in the long term. My only concern is whether or not our party is going to be strong enough to use these sorts of trinkets repeatedly. I'm sorry, to clear this quest. Oh my gosh. I have no idea how YouTubers do this. It's so difficult to focus on so many things all at once. You'd think that playing a game normally wouldn't be very hard to just talk, but it actually is. So we've got our highwaymen who still got the Drifter's Buckle equipped here, and that will help us quite a lot with traps. Reynald, however, was unable to attack a lot of enemies in the back row, and I oftentimes actually have him be the first person who's hospitalized at the end of the first mission, rather than anyone else. Everyone else is just fine. Ooh, we've got quick draw on this character. So it seems like the speed of our party is actually quite high, and I'm thinking that we might be able to nuke enemies before they're able to inflict significant damage on the party. My only concern is that we don't have a lot of wound care to do. So, whatever damage we take is gonna be, for the lack of better words, almost permanent, unless we take lots of food with us, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all of the food. There we go. So let's take, okay, that sounds like enough. 2 of these, 2 of everything. That sounds great. We get this anti-venom for free. Normally I wouldn't bring anti-venom to the ruins because the only thing that can poison you there is spiders, and it's unlikely you'll run into them. And when you do, they're relatively low HP, and their biggest threat is the fact that they will deal critical damage after biting you. But since we get 1 for free, we're covered on that front as well. I'll take 1 bandage too, just in case any of us get bleed. There are a lot of cultists early on, and rend for the old gods. The damage can stack up really fast on you if you're not careful. So, let's get started into our first real dungeon that isn't scripted, and hope that we don't miss every attack once again. Alright. So, we've got a very good skill set with the Hellion. We can hit every rank with her skills, as long as she's in rank 1. So, let's start with killing the weakest here, since he's within kill range. Going for the kill. Yes! Right, so, let's clear this corpse and attempt a stun. Nice. Very good. We've put the Arbalist out of position, so he's unable to use his powerful attacks. Now let's focus him down a little bit. Oh, this was an oversight. Actually need to... No, because the doctor is unable to do any of her own attacks. So, let's check the speed of these enemies. This guy's 4. This guy's 0. All of our party is 7 or 8. For the last turn, the next turn though, she's going to be a bit lower. So I'm going to buff everybody's speed, accuracy, and critical to make sure our entire team will go first next turn, so we can ensure maximum damage. Let's get a little bit of free stress healing, eh? Nice! Critical, Doctor! We're just gonna pile the damage straight onto this guy. Nice dodge! His speed is very low, so it's unlikely he's going to be able to go, so I'm going to try and get greedy here. And get some free stress healing, and then finish him off with someone else's turn. How speed works in this game is every character rolls between 0 and 8 at the beginning of their turn. And then they add it to their speed, and that decides the turn order for that turn. So, unless you have 8 speed more than your opponent, you can't guarantee that your character will go before that enemy. So there is a little bit of RNG when it comes to going first, but in this case, since he's got -1 speed, whatever he rolls he's going to lose 1. Even if he rolled a perfect 8, he still wouldn't go before my doctor. So it's a very safe bet to try and squeeze out little heals and whatnot whenever you can like that. Oof! Alright, no biggie. Just gonna eat a little bit of food, make sure everybody's topped off, because you can't eat a whole lot all at once. You can only eat about 4. So, and we have no life restore in this party, so we have to be very careful. Oh no, we've been surprised! Again! With maximum light! Alright, so I'm going to try and throw this Arbalist out of position and stun him. He resisted the move, but he did get stunned. Double miss. Very unfortunate. And he took stress damage from his negative trait of having Perfectionist. Ouch. Very painful. At least we can finish this guy off before he has a chance to attack. So he prevented quite a bit of incoming damage. Not a lot, not all of it. Oh, he dodged it. We prevented all of the damage. He resisted the blight. Now to let you guys sink in, though, the chances that missing. The percentage chance of this blight with this attack is 100%. He has 10% blight resist, so that was a 90% chance of successfully blighting this bone arbalist. Very sad. Very, very sad. But we must finish. Alright, now with the Jester, I could use an area of effect attack and force both of these guys to take damage. But since it's likely that my Hellion can go first, it actually might be a much better idea to move all the way to the back to move my Doctor in position for the next turn. I'm going to take a little bit of damage for that, but we can go before this guy does and shut him down. Alright, so let's get in a little bit of a cheeky stress relief, because I'm going to go for a stun and corpse removal. I can't do much with my Highwayman right now, since my Hellion isn't in front of me. So I'm just going to use this, buff up, and stun him, get rid of the corpses, so we have a full turn to wail on him. And why not? Get a little bit of HP. We've got a full turn to kill him. Oh, yeah, and if you delay for too long, everyone takes stress damage and they get reinforcements. So, we'll just have everyone attack. Reduce the stress. The guild is what allows us to select our skills, so I'm not able to really do too optimal with my party setups and whatnot. Nice, 15 damage. Eat a little bit more food, and continue onwards. This is an urn. Spoiler alert. You don't want to use the shovel. I'll let you guys figure out what happens when you do that. We're going to use this, get some nice gems, make sure we reset our party order, light up the torch before we go into the room. Nothing. Sometimes when you go back through the same hallway, it's possible to have more battles appear and more traps. Oh, okay. The Hellion gained a small amount of HP out of that, so positive. not a waste. We avoided the stress damage. You will get hunger checks during dungeons. That's what that was. They'll demand that you feed them food, or they take massive HP damage and they take stress. Lots and lots of stress. The whole party. There are sometimes quirks and traits and things like that that may help you deal with starvation, but the best way to deal with starvation is to bring food in the first place.
The light, the promise of safety.
Alright, so we've got this section to explore over here, and we have to explore 90% of rooms, so even if we got all of these, we'd still have to come back here. So let's get this small segment first, because we'd have to do too much backtracking. Another food check. The food checks are random, but you're only... Every time you get a food check, the next hallway that you go through is guaranteed to not have one. Alright, so let's shoot this bone courtier in the face. Good. Alright, Hellion, please go first. Yes! Alright, so here's a representation of what I was talking about. You don't know what the character rolls with their additional number, but you can see that her speed on the first turn is matched with the bone courtier's because of quick draw, plus 4 speed on the first round. So, she's able to use Iron Swan and eliminate this guy. We've got a 73% chance of hitting him in the face. We don't have anything that can really buff us up to do that right now. But if we hit, his HP is below the minimum, so we should kill him. Oh! Holy... Wow. Alright, well. As the announcer said on the battlefield, Mr. Wayne. I love Wayne's voice acting. He's done pretty well. Good job. Now keep that up for the rest of the dungeon. Nah, I'm just kidding. Alright, so she's not able to inflict killing blow damage on any of these guys, but I really like shuffling the Bone Arbalist out of position. We're gonna do that again. Okay, resisted the stun, or the move, but succumbed to the stun. And Dismas is breaking ankles. Alright, now that we got that enemy stunned, we're gonna go for a blight on him. I'll increase everybody's critical chance of speed once again. We're not able to go for the killing blow on any of these guys except maybe him. So, perhaps we will. No. No cigar. But we go before this enemy, so we can have an opportunity to erase him from this plane of existence, which we shall. Dismas taking extra damage. We're gonna go and stack this blight up on this enemy. And we're gonna give him a pistol shot to the face. We only need the hit to land, and he'll die from the blight. Excellent work. So we're gonna go give this guy a little love tap on his face.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Nice, Dismas. The ankle breaker. Alright, we're gonna go in for a little cheeky stress relief on the jester himself. The blood.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
This item is meant for the Crimson Court downloadable content, and we will definitely be getting into that sooner or later. Hopefully later instead of sooner. Oh. That download content always stresses me out. Haha, hee hee, yeah, it was definitely a joke. It was intentional. Hope you guys laughed at that. Probably didn't. You just want to see me suffer like you did the first time. I can tell. I know you guys. In the future, watching this pre-recorded video.